All right, so I started this off. This was going to be one video about one subject, but it came out too short. It's two subjects, they're both related. We'll call this the van storage organization project. The first part of it, we're going to talk about the first aid kit and basically mobile medicine cabinet. The second part, we're going to talk about solving a problem we ran into at Lake Somerville and how we repurposed the earlier first aid kit. Stick with me, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Living in a van down by the river, singing loud. No ties, no change, just the rolling clouds. Freedom tastes real sweet when you know.
The mobile medicine cabinet for the camper consists of a CVS first aid kit. This is just the innards of a large CVS first aid kit. I put this in the much larger bag. I'll show you that in a minute. This has 5 compartments: cuts and scrapes, bleeding, wounds and burns, sprains and strains, blisters, stings and splinters, CPR and shock. There's like tweezers and stuff in here, stuff for splints, bandages, that kind of stuff. This all kind of accordions up like that, and then it stows in the compartment in the big bag. I have, as I make no secret about, I have gastroenterological, I have GI issues, okay? That's pink bismuth, that's anti-gas tablets, basically Gas X. That stows in next to the first aid supplies. We have a rescue blanket, ace bandage, self-adhesive ace bandage, those are the pouches of antibiotic ointment that I ordered on Amazon. I got them in pouches instead of a tube. A little easier to deal with. Antiseptic wipes, Sting Ease. The antiseptic wipes came out of a much older first aid kit, but they're still moisturized. Generic Tylenol, acetaminophen, paracetamol, whatever you want to call it. First aid burn cream. This, I don't know where it came from, but it still seems to be good. Going in the bag. Additional bandages. I have a much larger supply of bandages around here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I'm going to put some bigger gauze pads in here as soon as I can. My supplements and prescriptions go in there. The only thing that's prescription in there is the Flonase. Everything else is over the counter. 1 a day spirulina. That's actually the quantity of acetaminophen. Yeah, I know it's a large bottle, but that'll hold. Melatonin capsules, fish oil, Vicks. That's it for the main compartment. Let's check out the side compartments. Okay, first side compartment, which would be to the right, is those are instant ice packs. Those are the chemical cold packs. Thermometer. Left side. Niacin coenzyme Q10. And that fits in the top compartment of my kitchen cabinet in the camper. Makes for an easy grab and go. I think the niacin CoQ10 may end up in the main compartment, and the paracetamol and melatonin may end up in that side pouch. There's one other item that needs to go in here, and I don't know why it's not in here, but icy hot roll-on. So, with that, we're going to move on. That's going to be it for this video. The next video, I'm going to show you the what I did with the first aid bag that this replaces. This one here will be my long-term first aid bag. This is the perfect size for me. The other one was just too small, but it solves a problem. I'll show you that in the next video. So if you watched my Lake Somerville State Park Nails Creek unit camping video, you'll remember I had problems with the spices. They were all set up. They solidified in the jars. So what I did, as you know, in the earlier part of this video, I had populated a large trauma bag with my first aid kit and my supplements and medications. Well, that left this bag available. Now, this is a large first aid kit, but there's nothing in this pouch. Again, just like the other one, it has side pouches. The other bag is about that tall and a whole bunch wider. So that's the main difference. This one here, on that side, hey, we have vanilla extract. Yep, this is where the spices are going. And I've got a lot of them. This whole thing, we got Italian seasoning, whole cloves, garlic powder, Aldi's version of Mrs. Dash, onion powder, poultry seasoning, I believe that's paprika, blackened seasoning, Tony's Creole seasoning, minced onion, oregano, cayenne, that's garlic and herb seasoning, cumin, chili powder, cinnamon, and steak seasoning. What I don't have in here is seasoned salt. The bottle for seasoned salt is just a little too big. I may put it in this left pouch, but this slides into the upper part of the cabinet where, in the pantry, where the other spices were. But between trips, it stays in the house. That way the temperature and humidity are controlled and the spices don't set up in the jars. The only thing I've got to do is figure out something to do with the first aid logo, because, well, if something were to happen, somebody were to be looking at this as a first aid kit, that's not a first aid kit. So we've got various cooking oils in the camper. Vanilla extract is really the only extract that I'm going to use. I don't plan on baking cookies or anything like that from scratch in camp yet. I may eventually do that, but right now, no. So I don't need anything like almond extract or anything like that. That should more than do it. if I have to expand, I've got side pouches. I've got space for about 2 more of those standard size bottles in that particular pouch. That's way more seasonings than most people are going to use. But I can set up, I can do chili, I can do tacos. I don't have any curry in there. I'll do curry from a pouch instead of from a bottle. I just don't go through curries often enough. The stuff that requires sauces, fish sauce, oyster sauce, things like that, I just bring those with. Those will usually go in the fridge anyway. So that's it. That is my spice bag. Like I said, the logo on top that shows that it's a first aid kit, I need to mark that off somehow. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. I may have something custom done, as long as it doesn't go into too much money. If it looks like it's going to cost too much money, I'm just going to get after that thing with a Sharpie. I don't care what it looks like. I don't want, in an emergency, if I were to tell somebody my first aid bag is in the cabinet, I don't want them going straight to the pantry, seeing that and thinking it's a first aid kit. I want them looking at the actual kitchen cabinet, which is right by the door, opening that up and seeing the big bag of first aid stuff. So that's it. That's my organization bit for today. The next video, as you might have noticed in the Somerville video, we had some issues with setting the stove down to a proper simmer. It really didn't want to stay lit. I didn't get that on camera, but when I had it set to a very low flame, it kept flaming out. It's a nuisance to keep that particular stove lit. We've got some things we're going to try here, and I want to present something to you. So hopefully you'll get to see that here shortly. I'm trying to keep up on a semi-regular release schedule. Twice a week may be a bit adventurous for me, but we'll see. So, all right. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day. Thanks for watching my video. If you like what you saw, please be sure that you click like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and share my video with your friends and family. Please be sure you go back and check out the older videos in the archive. There's some great stuff in there that I'm sure you'll enjoy. And if you'd like to support my work, please be sure to visit us at wildersportoutdoors.com and buy some merch. There's some great stuff there, and it'll go a long ways to help us out. All right, that's it. That's the video for today. Stick with us, and you'll catch the next one. And like I always tell you, get out there, be productive, be safe, but most of all, be blessed. I'll talk to you later.
But here by the river, I feel like I'm alive. Nature's heartbeat makes you remember